I remember the day it all unraveled, clear as glass shattering. My best friend, the one I trusted with my worst fears, with my deepest secrets, exposed me like I was some disgrace to be gawked at. I had confided in her about my therapy sessions, about my struggles, about the fragile, broken parts of me I was trying to piece back together. I thought she understood. I thought she was safe. But I was wrong. And then I heard the whispers. I saw the way people looked at me, their eyes filled with pity, judgment, disgust. Her husband, my so-called friend's husband, took it upon himself to play gossip monger, telling mutual friends about my therapy like I was some spectacle, some source of shame. In his misguided attempt to help by spreading my vulnerabilities, he only deepened my humiliation. I became a target, a laughingstock behind closed doors, a disgrace to my family and community. That betrayal shattered me. I felt abandoned, humiliated, cast aside like trash. Every ounce of dignity I had was stripped away. The whispers echoed in my mind, loud and relentless. I questioned myself, my worth, my place in the world. But beneath that rubble of shame, something fierce ignited. I made a choice that day. I would not let this define me. I decided to leave behind the shadows of their judgment and prove my worth on my own terms. I threw myself into my healing, into therapy, into rediscovering my strength. Every moment of pain became fuel, every tear a spark for something greater. I began to channel my suffering into purpose. I started a blog, an act of rebellion, a declaration of resilience. I shared my journey openly, honestly. I wrote about my therapy, my battles, my triumphs. I turned my shame into a source of empowerment, showing others they weren't alone. Slowly, that blog grew. It became a beacon for those hiding in the darkness of their own pain, seeking light. Years passed. I transformed my humiliation into a story of victory. I built a life rooted in authenticity, strength, and compassion. And then the day came when I returned, stronger, wiser, unbreakable. I faced the people who once doubted, betrayed, and humiliated me, not with anger, but with quiet, unwavering confidence. I stood in front of a room filled with faces that once looked at me with pity. I saw the whispers, the judgment still lurking, but I no longer cared. I had reclaimed my narrative. I told them, softly, but with the power of truth. You thought I would fail. You thought I was a disgrace. But I am here. I am enough, and my story is just beginning. In that moment, I realized something profound. Their betrayal, their gossip, their attempt to dismiss me were the very things that forged my resilience. I had turned their cruelty into my armor. I had become unstoppable. My revenge was not in their silence or their shame. It was in my unbreakable spirit. I am living proof that even in the face of betrayal, pain, and humiliation, you can rise. You can transform your scars into strength, and you can, in the end, rewrite your story, louder, prouder, unashamed.